What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Coffee and Combat. Today we have the #1 ranked featherweight MMA fighter in Ireland and the UK, and he has a record of 15-1. And here he is now, Keogh. What's happening?
I'd start you, man. How are you?
All good, yeah, all good.
All good, brother. All
Fair
good.
play to you for doing it.
No,
Thanks
all
for
good.
being the first guest.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Get the coffee
Sláinte.
in. Now, right. So first off, I was just going to ask you, you want to tell us a bit about where you're from and your favourite thing about where you're from?
Yeah, so I'm from a place called Ladysdale in Blanchardstown in the Dublin 15 area. Small community, good community, and the best thing about it is the people.
Yeah.
Definitely the people.
Sound.
I think you know yourself.
Of course,
you're
I'm
from the area yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Plants on top.
There's nothing like the people from your own area, especially from a good working class area. I think not only in my specific area, but I think most people coming from that working class background, coming from a council estate, will tell you there's nothing better than the people about it.
And they all got it around you and support you and all that. Back you the whole way.
All the time, there's not every time you're walking to the shop, and people are like, "When's your next fight? When's your pro debut?" People are like, "Oh, can I sponsor you?" I'm like, "How can you sponsor me? You have no business." They're like, "I just want to give you money." You know yourself.
Give
all
you a
this,
dig out anyway.
Yeah, all this crack. So the best thing about my area is definitely the people, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt.
Savage. Right. What got you into fighting, and was there any real main factors that just one day you said, I'm going to get into it, or something just inspired you one day to just say, right, I'm going to start training MMA, I want to be a fighter?
Yeah. So I think I touched on this a few times, obviously, and a lot of other stuff, but the main reason I joined in the first place was to lose weight, actually.
Yeah.
I was only young, I was 13 joining. I was doing a little bit of kickboxing as well, actually. So I was doing a bit of kickboxing just in the local community centre with global kickboxing.
Yeah.
And so we always had an interest in it. I joined that initially to lose weight, and obviously I wanted to join MMA at the time. And then I used to play UFC 2010 at the time.
Right,
I used to me and my brothers used to play with Brock Lesnar and Kimbo Slice and all that stuff. So
all the boys.
That's how I initially actually seen what the UFC was, and what MMA was. Obviously, I didn't really know MMA outside the UFC back then.
Yeah.
So obviously I thought that was cool as fuck. And then I remember people around the area saying, there's a gym down the road. At the time we were in Terry, we are based in Thomastown. And I remember just saying, give it a bash. And it's long story short,
back. You lost all the weight.
I lost a lot of weight. I think I was heavier back then than I was now. So, I was about to, it wasn't me far off it. I would have been about 14, so,
You're doing well there.
Yeah, it's going all right.
Fair balls. Right, outside of fighting, what would you see yourself doing? If you weren't into this game at all?
Yeah, I was actually only thinking about this question last night. I remember seeing fighters talk about what they do outside of fighting, and I honestly don't know, because
you're too invested in it.
For me whole, I've joined this from all my teenage years, all my adult life. So I've always had nothing else in mind. Obviously, when you're a kid, you think football and stuff, but I've never had anything else other than this in my head. So I don't know what way my life would have gone would have came out but I am a driven person. I am motivated. Whatever I done, I think I would have been good at it.
Yeah.
But I always knew this was gonna be fun. To be honest, I probably would have just done a trade and maybe something like that, because I like working on sites and stuff like that. So I probably would have done a trade.
We are lucky to land in something that you wanted.
But it's not that nothing else has ever stuck out in my mind. I genuinely could not be able to tell you I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
MMA has always been my dream.
#1.
I've never had even a shadow of me a thing, a notion in the back of my brain
to do anything
else ever.
And then they're looking in that way, in that sense.
So
then
I'm trying to follow
that. You're on the right path. Going towards your debut now on the 17th of April. Sorry, May. 17th of May in the Dome in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And your opponent?
It's something Sousa, Marcos, whatever.
Doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't even make a difference. It's the first one, so I'm just buzzing. It's been a while coming,
Right. So touching on then, obviously that was our dream when you're filling it out. When you're not flat out in camp for a fight, what do you do to chill out? What do you do to relax? To
be honest, eating food.
Yeah, grubbing.
To be fair, I always train.
Yeah.
I'm always training. No matter what, if I'm in and out of camp, I'm always training. Obviously I love football, I love watching it. I haven't played football now in years, but I think my life just does revolve around MMA.
Yeah.
Maybe I like a few drinks outside camp the other time. Now and again. But I'm always training.
Yeah.
There's not it's never do you just stop training for months and then get back in it. I was never trained that way. Like as an amateur, we were always taught like you can quit in 2 weeks. So look, I'm never not training. My life revolves around it.
You never fall too far off it, even if you do stop for a day or two. You're back in.
Oh, without a doubt, like the only thing that changes for me in camp is making the weight.
Like
I'm always training. Like it's only making weight for me that I actually have to worry about.
You have to turn it
not
on
even
then.
that I have to worry about, because I never have to worry about making weight. But I mean, just as in get the diet right and that type of stuff. Other than that, I'm always training. So I don't really have anything else that I'm a good socialiser. I socialise everybody, but my life is MMA. There's no other hobbies or activities that I want to be doing because I can't.
You can't, You're just enjoying this the whole time, so it doesn't. You're having fun doing this the whole time, so it doesn't mean you don't need to do anything else.
There's nothing else I like enjoying. There's nothing else I like doing.
Well, maybe you like this. This is a little bit of a going off topic now, but what's your favourite place to go on holiday?
Oh,
number one
holiday.
spot.
Oh, I don't know. Oof. Do you know I actually love going there? Believe it or not, I love going down the country.
Yeah, Ireland.
In here, like my uncle has a mobile down the Webster. I actually do love going there. Like to be like I don't. To be fair, I was only in Thailand last year. I'm looking to get back over straight away. So
Thailand's some spot now.
Yeah, like
it's unreal. Thailand is unreal.
You know, you were there.
I was there for 3 weeks. It was mental.
That was definitely my favourite spot. Like we used to go away to Spain and all these places as kids. But obviously, being an adult and all going away with Jamaican and all that for me is obviously one to stick out. But like, I'd have to say that. That's the first place that sticks out in my mind. I like going everywhere. I like Spain, like Portugal, all these places. But Thailand.
Animal spot.
We need to get back. I need to get back ASAP.
Right, another off-topic question, but well, not really. It's a fighting question. What's the best fighting film of all time? The best fighting movie of all time?
Rocky, don't you?
Yeah, there's so many more now. I mean, there's loads of MMA ones now. Years ago, it was always Rocky just dominated everything. Now there's MMA ones. There's all sorts.
That's a great question. I like the ones with your man Scott Atkins. Do you know what? I can't think
Yuri
of the name.
Boyka, is that the one?
Yeah, Yuri Boyka.
Yeah, in the prison films.
I can't think of the
I
name.
don't know the names.
You know, he's fighting for his freedom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your man is in it. What's his name?
Michael Joy.
He's in the fours.
Yeah.
We love them ones. Warrior is a great film as well.
Tom Hardy. That's a film.
That's
fairly realistic as well.
Yeah, like to be fair, it actually is.
Some of the scenes in it now.
Yeah, like Frank Grillo was like, he can actually fight stuff like that. I just love Rocky.
Yeah,
maybe I know it's cliche.
No.
But I can't think of the name of the films, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man, Yuri Boyka. We'll have to come back to that.
We'll have to think of the name. But you know, I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. I've watched them all, and they do stand out in my mind, to be honest.
Good action packet MMA films, Right, what's your walkout song?
So my walkout song has always been House Pain Jump Around.
Right.
And don't ask me why. It's not a song. No, you can't ask me why, actually, because I was stuck on the spot. My very first fight was over in Wales, and my brother was messing with me, saying like, House Pain Jump Around, because he'd messed about it in the gaff. And I was like, get out about that, will you? I was in Wales, I was put on the spot, I was at the down the way, and then he was like, what's your walkout song? I was like, House Pain Jump Around. And I remember walking out to it, I wouldn't put the song on a daily, I wouldn't even listen to it, wouldn't be on my playlist. I remember walking out and just getting that buzz, and I was like, oh, that adrenaline buzz that the song gave me, it's just, it'll only be fitting for me walkout.
Right.
So I've always had that on.
I
was thinking about changing it up. I don't know whether to change it up or not. We have a few things in the works. There's like a few lads and all that. A few people saying we should maybe change it, but
you don't know.
I don't know. It's not
Stick
even.
to what works.
I'm not even like an almond type person. It's just like, what's gonna give me the same buzz that song just give me as a walkout. And it's a big thing. Like, you know, a lot of fighters will tell you coming out and
what gets you going?
Like you either need something that's not giving you too much of a high, or too little. Like, you want a nice
get you in the zone.
Yeah. So the last one I walked out to it actually was just fit perfect. You know.
Yeah. Right. So you're 15-1. You have 5 submissions. 3 of them coming in the 4th round.
Yeah.
So this might answer my question or not, but would that be your preferred method of victory, or do you want to get knockouts? You want to get you don't care if it's a decision. Once you get the win, is that the most important thing? Now I know your debut is coming up. You want to probably go out there and do it with style. You know what I mean?
Performing.
Just once you perform to your best.
Any fight, I will tell you, there's nothing more fearful than you, like, say, gassing to where you can't perform or something in a fight like that. I think, like, once you can go out there and perform, like, even losing a fight, like, if you lose a fight that you know you've had to give your all, maybe it might not hurt as much. Right. But if you go out and you know
you didn't train hard enough,
you didn't perform to your ability, that's my main thing, is to go in and perform. And I know once I go in and perform, I'll win. Yeah. So anything else will come off that. Obviously, I would love a KO. Haven't had a KO yet. Right. Listen, if a sub presents itself to me, I go for the sub. I'm looking to come in here all guns blazing.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the finish. This is like, it is my style anyway. Even though I haven't at amateur, at pro now I'm a lot more dangerous. I have a lot more knees, I have a lot more elbows, I have a lot more submission attacks that I can work with. So for me, I think, just going in, performing, and then looking for the finish.
And you were saying off camera there, you're active in doing the strength and conditioning a bit more now, and you're working on your strength, and you can feel more powerful. So you reckon the knockouts will come now with the power that you're at the gaining now, going forward?
Yeah, like without a doubt, like even at that, my technique beforehand, I could feel, like I remember in my last few fights, I know I had it in me, and then I've been like this whole year from January to now, so like 4 months or so of just a lot of strength work, working with guys, even strength and conditioning coach. I feel good, like it's the strongest I've ever felt. I'm putting a lot of weight behind my shots, even though it's down pads and all, obviously we don't spar like that, but just putting my weight behind them shots, I can feel it in both hands as well. Like I stand southpaw, so I know I have it in my left now, but I'm actually right-handed, I'm orthodox, so I'm switching and I'm hitting.
Cracking with both hands.
I know that I have the power in my both hands, and in both feet as well, to be honest.
Savage. Next question here now. Training camps, right? As I was going to say, you're in training camp for a big fight, your pro debut coming up. What is it you're focusing on the most? Are you sparring the whole time? Are you just working on technique? Are you mixing it up? But would you be heavy on one or not as heavy on the other?
I think that's the whole beauty of MMA. You can't be just like...
You have to cover all bases.
Yeah, and then as well, like if you're fighting for a certain opponent, you have to focus on that. But like I think a lot of people will like fixate on an opponent.
Yeah.
I'm fixating on what I want to get good at. Like this is like as fucking stupid as corny as it sounds. Like you have to if you want to be, I think anybody successful in life will tell you, like you have to nearly think of yourself as Blade in your own star.
Yeah,
your own movie. Like I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna finish with.
You're in your own way.
Yeah, like if I'm thinking about this fella has this and he has like he's great power, he's great subs or whatever, I'm gonna fixate on that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like he's in there, he's getting locked in the cage with me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting locked in, he has to get in there with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in training I'm always trying to improve my own skills. And I think it has to be a nice balance, and we do it up here in this club. Like we're all round fighters, like we're working on wrestling, and then obviously like if there's somewhere an area you feel weak in, you'll emphasise that a little bit more, and then you might get better at that, and then you might need to work in another area. So you're always just like building, always just getting better and better.
Cover all bases.
Yeah, everywhere. I think we
the reason why I was asking, you just see fighters nowadays, and like you see like the likes of Sean Strickland's that come out and just spar 100 bleeding rounds a day or something like that, and then you have like the likes of Matt Holloway doesn't spar anymore at all.
Yeah,
and
like
then look at his last fight, then you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know, and like we wouldn't be like heavy sparers in here whatsoever. Like if you see someone like trying to get knocked down on the match, you'd be like, "Here, just get off the match." Like it's not worth it. Like as you said, like look at Max Holloway, didn't spar for like some of his camps, and he just came out and he was unbelievable. You know, so you either have it when you're going in there. Like that's why you should be getting so much experience in amateur. That's where you're building your thing. Now obviously you should be. I think you should be sparring. Yeah. Obviously not hard.
Yeah. Not trying to hurt everybody out in your own gym. Like, you're in your own gym. Like
you want to come out with your career at the end of it with no CTE. Like you know, it's a dangerous sport at the best of times. So you don't want to be in here trying to knock the bollocks out of each other every night. So getting like sparring is essential, but like drilling techniques all the time, lots of rounds of rolling, wrestling heavy, all this type of stuff. Just so many aspects of it. I think you need to be doing them all, and that's why it's the hardest sport in the world.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, without a doubt. That and like to be honest, if you had to put them all down individually, wrestling is the hardest. In my opinion, MMA. Like if you ask me, like is it Thai boxing? Obviously, Thai boxing is brutal, and boxing is a great art, and jiu-jitsu, but physically strenuous on the body. It's wrestling without a shadow of a doubt, and I think any MMA fighter will tell you, and that's why wrestlers are doing so well in MMA. So I think wrestling is definitely the hardest sport. I think like you'll see like a lot of pro fighters having such a good wrestling base and clearing up.
So do you think that if you are giving advice to kids out there now, or even parents that are like, just say they want to get their child into MMA and whatever, wrestling should be the baseline, and then pick up their striking from kickboxing, boxing, but wrestling, if you want them to go into MMA, or if you're a kid now that's watching this and you want to go into MMA, think about like, I should go to a wrestling gym first.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like I've always like, cause like you don't get a lot of wrestling over here like the way you would in like, say the States and Eastern Europe, and like some of the Asian like countries like Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, all that area. So it's a lot more jiu-jitsu based over here. But I think you're seeing it now because MMA is so popular. A lot of the jiu-jitsu gyms are maybe focusing a bit more on like your wrestling and stuff like that. But I would always say and advise people like boxing and wrestling for the discipline alone, like the stuff you have to endure in a wrestling class. It's harder than everything else. You know, like so I always say if I was ever to have a kid, it'd be wrestling.
First.
Would be definitely, and boxing then maybe.
And go from there.
And then go from there, like build a good base and then build off that, you know.
Savage.
Yeah.
You just mentioned making weight there earlier on, and I wanted to ask you, how do you find making weight? Do you always sort of keep on top of it, or do you bring someone in, or do you need a little bit extra bit of help getting close to the fight, or are you always just in and around on top of it? Some people are like they're able to keep in and around on top of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to go too mad to cut weight. But I'm just, what way do you do it?
Yeah, like for me, I've never had a problem making weight ever. Like I've always been, like for years I was always undersized, so I'd be like weighing in at like 64 kilo. Like there's people like, say the night of the fight, for example, people are coming in, say if I'm a featherweight and they're coming into the fight at 76 kilo.
Yeah.
I'm probably coming in at 67.
Right, yeah.
So there's like that, like, you know, this is the type of like difference. Like I was never killing myself as an amateur. And I even made bantam. I made bantam without doing a weight cut. I water loaded, which took 4 or 5 kgs out of me on the week, and woke up, was on weight.
Yeah.
No sauna, I'd done my usual, you cut your carbs, your fibre, your salt, all that. I've always known like Alex is down the years, and I've just by looking at other fighters and stuff like Big Show, actually Nathan McGillen has like gave me like 1 or 2 little tips and stuff like that, synchronized nutrition. So he's helped me a little bit like that. Just little tips and stuff like that, but you know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think nutrition is not there for your own peace of mind. I am not a big featherweight. Like I'm probably naturally a bantamweight, and that's the like where I'll probably end up is bantam. Now I feel good at the minute. At feather, so who knows? But I've never struggled to make weight.
You are grand.
I've always
that'll probably help you in longevity in years as well.
Without a doubt, like
100%.
I'm already probably under what some featherweights come into fight week at.
Yeah.
And I'm eating a lot.
Yeah.
Like, my calories are good. Like I'm not suffering whatsoever.
Feel strong. So
like this can't be emphasised, trying to actually keep it on a little bit rather than cut it out.
Yeah.
Because I've always cut it out, and then I've woke up like on championship weight of the morning of the weigh-in.
Yeah.
So this time I just said, listen.
We've seen it last week with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, you know what I mean? Devin Haney got done dirty a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
I think, you know what I mean? He stuck to the rules.
No, I know, yeah.
Garcia, it was great to see, you know what I mean? But he stuck to the rules, and then it shows you, like, when you're not dehydrating yourself, when you're not cutting like that, if you just come in natural, the difference like that, it holds, like in your power holds. Yeah. You can notice it, even your movement and all, you can notice it, you know what I mean?
For me, it's big things like rehydrating after the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Like that is like such a key point. Like the last time I felt great, like just taking like our shakes and right electrolytes and putting all the stuff that you were like replenishing yourself, like you know. So I think that in itself is the biggest battle like you're fucking fighting over the week. It's not even the fight; it's making sure that you're ready to go into fighting shape. Yeah. Going into the cage. So there's different tips, but I've never really struggled whatsoever.
You're all good, bro.
Yeah, I've normally been all right with weight always.
Some people have a lot of these. I was wondering. What if you have any? What are you like? Pre-fight rituals? Do you have any?
Not major at all. I like just being with like say Alex or whoever's in the corner, Ross or Jordo or whichever the team team and Debs and stuff like that. We'd go for field.
This is on the day.
On the day, like especially like because we're fighting out in Dublin a lot. Like, I can't remember the last MMA fight I've had in Dublin. I can't. Like I think I was a novice. Like I don't think I've actually ever fought MMA. No, I have. Sorry, in the nationals, but on a show. Yeah. Never fought MMA on a show in Dublin. So. And them fights that I have were in the morning, so I haven't got time to do anything else. But on a show, I like just going around on the day, just chilling out, relaxed as possible. Like I feel like I'm relaxed a lot of the time anyway. Yeah. Like I'm
never no nerves.
I'm not like the most nervous fighter. It's good to have nerves. I love having nerves. Don't get me wrong, right before that. But for me, it's just chilling out as much as possible, getting good feeling, being around your team, and just going in and doing your thing.
When you're making the walk to the cage, to the octagon. Is that when it kicks in? You could be chilled out all day and then you're just like, right, this is it now. Yeah. This is getting closed behind me now. And as you said, this one's getting locked in here with me. Yeah. That's the way you have to think, like, he's getting locked in here with me now.
My walk is like, I love me walk.
Yeah.
I love to walk out. That's when I switch on. Yeah. I'm just like, boom.
You can see it, you go intense. Well, let's have that flag around you as well.
Yeah, like I'm just like, let's go. Like if I have that Ireland flag around me and all, let's go. The minute I get into the cage, there's no noise being like I'm not locking off. I'm looking at them, and it's just like, let's go. Sometimes you feel a bit different. Like the last one, I didn't feel. I was actually like, why am I like a little bit more nervous or thing? I was just calmer. Yeah. It's just experience. Yeah. Exactly. This time I was just getting in there and I was like, I'm sparring again.
And now it's going to be just like business as usual.
And now it's just like,
if it's a pro day.
No, it doesn't. It's fight to fight.
Fight to fight.
Fight to fight. Someone's trying to take your head off. You're trying to take their head off. the walkout is the best thing ever. Like everybody, I think everybody should have a fight just to experience the walkout on the fight, and the adrenaline buzz. Like, there's no higher thing in life you get than the feeling of that adrenaline buzz walking out. It's just like,
if you could bottle it and sell it, you'd be a millionaire.
What's going on? Because like people talk about the walkout songs, like half the before fights you can't even remember. Like just like that's why House of Pain was such a big thing, because like I soaked it all in.
You remember
some of that fights I've been like, I couldn't remember stuff like for that. That walkout and stuff is just look. Listen, you're only there in the cage for so many minutes, 25 minutes max if you're a top pro. So like soak it in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
as much as you can.
Soak
Enjoy
it
it.
in. Yeah.
Well, you're nearly finished there, Keogh. That's really all the questions I wanted to ask you, but there's one more there now. Nothing to do with fighting. Might be a bit of a tough one, a bit of a nitty-gritty one. What's the best takeaway? Your favourite takeaway?
Stop, yeah.
Cheat meal.
Everything, man.
And inside. Got the people.
I love a San Marino's, man. Just
chipper.
Chicken. Yeah, I love a chipper, but I don't know. Like, I'm a fat fucker. I just like everything. Like, I love a pizza. It depends what I'm in the humor for. And you know, like if it's after a fight, it's like you think you want all this food and you don't actually want. You don't. Yeah, but you don't really want anything a lot of the time. But on a normal day, it's like. Jesus. If you had to go one, I'd probably have to say a chipper, but I love a lot.
Milkshake.
I love a nice milkshake. I love a nice milkshake. Like, I have a sweet tooth.
I have to get a milkshake with a chipper.
I'm getting cheesecakes after and ice creams and all this
the
stuff.
Whole shoot,
if I'm going out, I'm going out. Like, you know, bit of everything.
Right, that's brand new, Keogh. Very well,
thanks very much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks very much for watching. We're going to have loads more like Keith coming up in the next few weeks. We're locked in again on Wednesday and we have another one on Sunday. So like this, follow it, Keith will share it around, share this interview, and hopefully you'll keep coming along and watching them with us. Thanks very much.
Out of the red corner, hailing from Dublin, Ireland, and bringing into the